If you are looking for a payday lines of credit, here's a video I want you to watch. Okay. So number one, you have Pathward. So the good thing about Pathward is that you have a line of credit, a payday line of credit that's very flexible. Okay. And you are able to get anywhere from $1,000 all the way to $8,000. Okay. And that's really good in terms of flexibility. That's actually helping you actually survive, quote unquote, survive till the next pay date. Okay. And the cool thing about this Pathward line of credit is that you have flexibility, but you also have affordability. So whether you are looking to cover unexpected bills or close the gap in your cash flow, the Pathward line of credit is actually good in terms of giving you the flexibility you need real fast. And you can get actually be approved within 24 hours. Okay, so if you're looking for a payday line of credit with the Pathward, line of credit, you get approved within a day. And but just remember, we are speaking about 1,000 all the way to $8,000. Okay, so that's really, if you want more, you need to actually go to another provider. The APR is pretty decent. You're looking at 10% all the way to 36%. Okay, and so the APR will not increase while your Pathward line of credit is open. So, and the cool thing also with the Pathward line of credit as a payday line of credit is that you are basically, there are no additional fees, that's for sure. And you also, the better relationship you establish with Pathward, the lower your APR will be in the future. So that's kind of cool from a flexibility point of view. And minimum payments can be actually due on a bi-weekly, semi-monthly, or monthly basis, and your due dates will generally align with your income frequency. Okay, so the exact minimum, let's say that the exact amount of each minimum payment will vary depending on your account activity. So it also depends on how much you got approved for. So whether, remember, 1,000 to 8,000. So if you're looking for a payday line of credit that really approves you real fast, that also is flexible enough to sync with your pay stub, if you will, then think about Pathward. If you're looking for a payday line of credit that really also approves real fast, think about Echo Credit. And the cool thing about Echo Credit is that you are able to be approved for a maximum of $3,000 in minutes, and you can get your cash actually in your account as soon as today. So we are speaking about a 24-hour payment. So that's really good. And with Echo Credit, there are zero hidden fees. So you have zero application fee, zero cash advance fee, zero prepayment fee, and zero late payment fee, and also zero annual fee. Okay, so you have an total absence of fees with Echo Credit. And so because your account with Echo Credit is a line of credit, you can apply only once and borrow any amount you need anytime up to your credit limits. Okay, so remember, if you think about Echo Credit as a payday line of credit, the maximum you can get actually is $3,000. And the cool thing is that you are able to contact the company right away. The email is support@echocredit.com, or you can email 1-877-606-1340. So 1340, and they'll take care of you. Not a problem. Now, before you apply, make sure you actually reside in a state that the company currently serves, because they're not in all states, by the way. So check your state to make sure that they are there. You have to be at least 18 years old, 19 if you are in Alabama. Make sure that you have a proven source of income. This is a payday line of credit, so you got to have a proven source of income. You need to also have a valid email address, otherwise they can't really lend to you. And you need to have an acceptable checking account, because they will wire the funds to your checking account. Okay, maximum $3,000. One thing I want to say also is that if you think about an Echo Credit payday line of credit, it's just better to contact them first, talk to customer service, ask all questions. The APR with Echo Credit are kind of high though, because you're looking at somewhere from 75% all the way to 350%. So that's really something to really to keep in mind. If you're looking for a lower APR, then you definitely do not want to go with Echo Credit. If you're looking for a payday line of credit, I want you to think about Land Nation. And Land Nation actually will give you a maximum payday line of credit, $10,000. Okay. The cool thing about the Land Nation is that you can be approved within 12 hours. This is really good. 12 hours. And you are able to get your cash real fast as long as you communicate with them a checking account to wire the funds to. Okay. You only need to apply once. This is a line of credit. So the line of credit with Land Nation will stay open for you to withdraw money from up to the approved credit limits. Approved credit limits maximum with the Land Nation, $10,000. Okay. And so that's really good from a flexibility point of view. And one thing I want to say here is that Land Nation actually has about 300 locations across the U.S. So if you want to really go to a brick and mortar location, you have the possibility. Otherwise, just give them a call. And you can, by the way, you can even go to the website. You can apply online. Okay. But if you want to increase your chances for a payday line of credit through Land Nation, just go to a Land Nation store. Go to a brick and mortar location, have a conversation with customer service, talk to them and about the payday line of credit you want, how much you want, where you work at, okay, your source of income, your the amount of income you pull in every month, and they will make a determination based on your stats, okay. Just make sure you have, once again, you got to have a current U.S. issued photo ID. You got to have proof of income. You got to have a bank statement from within the last 30 days. So you got to have an active checking account, and you got to have a current phone number and email address. So email address, this is actually if you want to apply online and they want you to have an email address. And what I want to say here is that when you think about Land Nation, remember that they're not available nationwide. They're available in certain states. And so first check to make sure that they are in the state where you are at. Make sure they are in the state where you reside, and that you are able to borrow fast through them. So a payday line of credit through Land Nation will help you get a maximum amount of $10,000. If you're looking for a payday line of credit this year, I want you to consider Advance America. And Advance America will give you a maximum of $3,000, which is pretty great anyway. I mean, the cool thing about Advance America is that you are able to get approved within 16 hours. I mean, we've seen the fastest was 14 to 16 hours, okay? But to actually qualify for an Advanced America Payday Line of Credit, you need to have an active bank account. You got to have a valid address in the company's service area. And you got to be at least 18 years of age. Otherwise, they won't process your application, okay? The cool thing about Advance America is that you have no hard credit check and no credit score requirements. The repayments are scheduled around your payday schedule. So Advance America is really working with you in that sense. And you can use your funds as you see fit. And you also have great customer service when you actually go through Advance America as a lender, okay? And the cool thing also is that you are able to have flexibility in terms of how much you can access. Remember, maximum line amount is $3,000. And you can get your cash within your account within 16 hours, okay? And one thing I want to say also is that when you think about Advanced America, you have a lender who is not really available nationwide. So there are some states where they're not available. So you got to really check first if they're available in the states where you're at, okay? And also, you have to really understand that with Advanced America, you have the flexibility, but that will cost you. I mean, basically, you have APRs that go all the way to 100%, if not 200%, okay? But yeah, it is what it is. You do have flexible monthly payment options, but that will cost you a little bit. So just contact Advanced America first, ask all questions, or just ask us also in the comment section, and we'll certainly get back to you. The cool thing is you have a 24/7 online access, okay? Because Advanced America is an online payday loans and line of credit lender. So your nearest line of credit is just as close as your computer or mobile device, and you can access your account day or night. So that's really good from a flexibility point of view. If you're looking for a payday line of credit this year, I want you to consider Avio Credit. So Avio Credit is actually a pretty good player. And with Avio Credit, you can actually get a line of credit maximum $5,000. $5,000, that's pretty good. And you can get approved within 24 hours. Okay, and so if you have more questions about Avio Credit, it's just better to contact the company because sometimes the amount they grant you will depend on the states where you are at. So the number is 1-888-638-2846. 1-888-638-2846. Okay, and they'll explain everything to you. They'll tell you what you have to do. But the cool thing about Avio Credit is that you get 5,000 and you within 24 hours, within a day. That's pretty good, and you have convenient funding, really. Okay. Now there are actually some situations where Avio Credit can actually go above 5,000. That's if you already have a relationship with them. Let's say you have borrowed from them in the past, you have reimbursed you have actually repaid them, and you've done it several times, and you have established a certain relationship with them. Okay, that's really an important element to think about. But for Avio Credit, they approve lines of credit, payday lines of credit that can help you do a lot of things, like take care of medical bills, for instance, home repairs, cost of living increases. Stuff happens. Like we saw what happened during COVID. Like gas prices went up like crazy, and if you needed an extra cash to take care of your family, Avio Credit an Avio Credit line of credit could really help you, or even vehicle expenses. I mean, if you have to take care of your vehicle or your car, and like you're not making enough cash to really take care of the vehicle, then an Avio Credit payday line of credit could really help you. And again, maximum line of credit amount that we are speaking about here, $5,000. Okay, and so big question. If you have any question, contact the company before you do anything, before you start applying for this payday line of credit. So if you are looking for a payday line of credit, I want you to think about Speedy Cash. And Speedy Cash actually offers a lot of flexibilities, and you are able to get a maximum of $3,000. Okay, Speedy Cash. Now, Speedy Cash started out as a check cashing store. Okay, as a check cashing facility a couple of years ago, until they actually they actually started navigating the lender marketplace. Okay, and that's really good because it really shows you that you are able, if you go to a Speedy Cash store, you are able to not only apply there for a payday line of credit, but also cash your check there. So you can apply online or in a store, and you can get up to $3,000. And if approved, the full credit line is yours to use as you need. Draw the amount you need whenever you need it. So that's really cool. And you can also select your initial draw. So select the amount of money that you would like to draw from your credit line initially. So that way, Speedy Cash knows like basically how to really structure your line of credit. So if you do not draw your full credit line, then the remaining balance will be available to access in the future. So that's really good. And one thing I want to say here is that when it comes to Speedy Cash, you have a lot of flexibility, and you also have a lot of affordability. Let me explain. With Speedy Cash, you have no origination fee. Okay, so there are no fees to open a line and no fee to draw. Actually, no fees for draw. You will, however, have to pay interest on the amount you draw. Okay, you have convenient access, so we can withdraw cash from your credit line by signing into your account online. No need to visit a store or ATM, but you can check out like in-store services if you want to actually see the staff there. Okay, and with Speedy Cash, if you think of them as a payday line of credit, you have flexible payments. You pay the minimum amount due on your due dates, or make larger payments to reduce your balance. Okay, that's really good. And you also have a fixed rate that goes from 15% all the way to 175%. So you really have to think about the rate cost here. So let me give you a few extras here. So I just give you the top 6 payday lines of credit to actually consider this year. So if you think about a payday line of credit, you got to really ask yourself, are you really earning enough, or are your expenses more than in other words, are you actually spending more than you are earning, right? Because if you need a payday line of credit, you got to first understand the source of the extra need, okay? Remember that lines of credit are typically considered revolving accounts and may work like credit cards, okay? And so if you go with a payday line of credit, do you want to maybe collateralize the line of credit, or just have an unsecured product? That's important. Now, the thing is, you also have to think about the APR, because it is actually labeled as a payday line of credit. The APR is usually higher. You're not going to find a low APR on those products, because those lenders are trying to make money in an emergency. Okay, it's kind of similar to a payday loan, actually. Okay, so the APR is going to be like you. It's not really surprising to have APRs in the triple digits. That's something to really think about. Now, a line of credit will affect your credit score, whether it is a regular line of credit, whether it is an overdraft line, or whether it is a payday line of credit. Okay, so because the thing is, when it comes to your credit score, you have payment history, your debts, your credit age, your credit mix, and new credit applications are the 5 factors that will impact your credit score. And when I speak about credit mix, line of credit is actually part of that. So credit mix, you're speaking about loans, line of credit, you're speaking about credit cards, you're thinking about other stuff. So you really want to really understand that a payday line of credit, unless you are able to pay it faster, is going to reduce your credit score, because your CUR, your credit utilization ratio will actually go up. Okay, if you use your line of credit, that means your CUR will go up, and if your CUR goes up, your credit score will go down. And also, I just want you to understand that you have to make sure the lender you are considering to apply at, that lender actually serves your state. Because remember that banking in this country is actually regulated at the state level. So really, if you simply because you have the ability to apply online, doesn't mean that the lender is actually servicing your specific area. So please double check to make sure that they are in your area before you actually hit the submit application button. Okay, that's important. So in conclusion to this conversation, the bottom line is I spoke to you about the payday lines of credit, and in terms of list, you have Pathward, Echo Credit, Land Nation, Advanced America, Avio Credit, and Speedy Cash. Thank you so much. God bless you. I will see you next time. Until then, remember, stay marvelous.